I'd like to take you through this solving quadratic equations by factoring. So the first question is there, x squared minus 10x is equal to 0. We know that a quadratic equation is supposed to appear in the form ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. But as you can look at this, the example that we have, what is happening? We don't have c. So c is missing. So this is the nature of our first equation. So how will we solve this? We first of all factor. We factor out x because x is a common factor. Minus 10 is equal to 0. So the first solution, x is equal to 0, or x minus 10 is also equal to 0. So what do? I add plus 10, and I also add plus 10, meaning x is also equal to 10, or as we've said first, x is also equal to 0. So these are the solutions to that particular equation. The second equation that I want to solve, I hope you follow through. Give us your opinion, share, like, subscribe, to keep us working, to keep us engaged, to keep us committed to this work of teaching students. Thank you so much. Okay, another example. Let's say I have 3x squared plus 15. I think it's supposed to be 15x plus 15x is equal to 0. So this was example 1. This is example 2. Now, looking at this question, or my second example for that particular matter, on solving quadratic equations by factor method, then we go ahead and solve. What do we have? Can you be able to factor? Yeah, because 3x is a common factor. So the first thing that you can do with this one, you first of all, because 3 is a common factor, then I'll write this as 3x squared plus 15x is equal to 0. I divide through first by 3 to reduce the number. Now what do I have? X squared plus 5x is equal to 0. So from there, then I'll go ahead and say x is a common factor into x plus 5 is equal to 0. So the first value of x again here is 0, or still again, x will be equal to minus 5. When I equate x plus 5 is equal to 0, x is will also be equal to negative 5. So that is what you're supposed to get. That how do you make x, or how do you make this particular equation to be equal to 0? So those are the two solutions that you can be able to do, what you can be able to get to find the value of x. So that is example 1. Example 2. Let me solve for you another scenario, or another set of questions also. You give us your opinion in the comment section, like, comment, share, and let's do this together. We are saying we are solving ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So the next set of example of questions that I want us to solve, I have, let's say, example 3, x squared plus 11x plus 24 is equal to 0. Now, for this type of a question, that one has all the three parts of a quadratic equation, a, b, and c. The coefficients are 2. So what is the product? Product is equal to 24. Sum is equal to 11. Two numbers, when we add, we get 11. When we multiply, we get 24 is 8 and 3. So with this in mind, then we go ahead and say this. X squared plus 8x plus 3x plus 24 is equal to 0. We factorize that like that. After factorizing, x is a common factor into bracket, x plus 8, close the bracket, plus 3 into x plus 8, close the bracket, is equal to 0. So what are the values of x? X plus 3 is equal to 0, or x plus 8 is also equal to 0. So what are the solutions? X is equal to minus 3, or another root of x is equal to minus 8. Follow through, comment, share, like, subscribe, and let's do this math together. Another example, the fourth one. Today I told you we are going to look at this, but then we are going to solve by factor method. So question 4. Question 4. X squared minus 81 is equal to 0. This one is called a difference of two squares. When you are solving a difference of two squares, you need to learn to factor that if I have a squared minus b squared is the same as a minus b, a plus b. You factor it that way. What is the square root of x squared is x. The square root of h1 is 9. Subtract the other bracket as x plus 9. Everything is equal to 0. Equating this to 0, the first root of x is 9. Or equating this to 0, the second root of x is negative 9. Follow through, comment, like, share, subscribe, and let's do this math together. So that is it. I want to undertake on another example, then we see. So I hope that is very clear. I hope you're following through your learning as we do this math together. So the next example here, I want to call it example 4, which says negative x. Example 5 now. Negative x squared minus 11x plus 42 is equal to 0. So that is the first thing. What do I do with that kind of a question? What do we do with this kind of a question? The first thing that you have to do is to remove the negative as a coefficient of x squared. Minus 11x plus 42 is equal to 0. So I divide through by negative like that. What will I get? This and this. So x squared plus 11x minus 42 is equal to 0. What are the two numbers? We multiply them, we get 42. We add them, we get a sum of 11. What are the two possible numbers? That will enable us to work out with this to get that number. So with that in mind, then we are saying that the sum is negative 11. The product is what? The product is 42. Give us your opinion. What are the two numbers? If we add them, we get 11. If we multiply them, we get... So what are the possible numbers that if you multiply, you'll get 42? 6 times 7 is 42. Another pair of number, let's say 21 times 2. But 21 times 2, there is no way you're going to get 11. So the nearest number here will be which one? Look, if I have 14, I multiply it by 3, I'll get 42. 3 times 4 is 12, carry 1, that is 42. So meaning, the two factors here are what? 14 and, because the sum is that, and negative 3. Therefore, I'll use the two factors to expand this and say, I have x squared plus 14x minus 3x minus 42 is equal to 0. Now with that in mind, then I'll go ahead and factorize this equation by grouping it into 2. Here x is a common factor, into x plus 14, close the bracket, minus 3 into x. Negative, it makes it be positive. 3 into 42 is 14. Close the bracket. Now what is happening? X minus 3 is equal to 0. Or x plus 14 is equal to 0. So here, the value of x here is negative 14, or the value of x here is equal to positive 3. So this becomes my solution for equation 3. For our equation 5. So follow through, give us your opinion, like, subscribe, comment, share, and as I've always said, let's do this math together, because math has always been fun. So thank you, give us your opinion, share, like, subscribe, as we go on and as we solve this math together. Thank you so much for following through. We are here because of you, our supporters. Watch, like, share, comment, and we do this math together as we learn. Thank you so much. But then before I finish, I would like to add on one more example that will help you to revise also at your own time. Still on quadratic equations. So one more example very fast as we wind up the class for today. It says x squared minus 5x minus 36. So this is example 6. X squared minus 5x, then it is minus 36 is equal to 0. Look for two numbers. You add them, you get negative 5. You multiply them, you get negative. So the two numbers are what? Negative 9 and 4. Negative 9 plus 4, negative 5. Negative 9 times 4, negative 36. Can we use this to expand? We have the coefficient of x here is 1. X squared is 1. So that's why the product is negative. Therefore, we have x squared minus 9x plus 4x minus 36 is equal to 0. Can we factorize groups of 2? X is common, into x minus 9, close and open the bracket, plus open the other bracket. Before we open, we factorize using 4. 4 is a common factor into x. So positive, negative will become negative 9 is equal to 0. So what is happening? X plus 4 is equal to 0, meaning x is equal to negative 4. That is the first answer. Or also x minus 9 equal to 0. X is also equal to 9, the second pair of answers. So follow through. Give us your opinion and let's do this math together. Thank you so much for following.